Just getting this thing started here. Let you guys join in. Just going to be taking a look at all of our favorite meme coins on the Solana meme stream here. Just give me a second. Let me change up some of the stuff here. What up? What up? All right. Let's pull up, let's see where we're at. Let's pull up. First off, I'm going to just share this to you guys because why the hell not? Let me go ahead and pop this John on here. Boom. There we go. Let's see if I can move this here. No, that just moves it that way. Okay. All right, that looks good here. So I was just taking a look at this, and I saw that there's already 10 million sent to this. I'm sure that there's more sent to this address already. I may or may not have taken part of one of these things just because I made some profits. I was taking profit this morning, and I figured, you know what, fuck it, let's see what happens. But what's the F mean up there? That's pretty funny. But either way, we'll see what happens with this. I'm not suggesting you guys take a look at that, but it's funny. Let's see what happens, you know. In case you guys want to, let me see. Did I retweet this? Yeah, I'll retweet the whole thing for you. It said Easy said he sent 5 in there, so we'll see what happens with that. We'll see. Didn't have enough red flags already. Stop highlighting this kind of stuff. This is a good post right here. You got to pay attention to people like this. This isn't like the best stuff for Solana. It is funny, degenerate as fuck, but it'll be fun if it hits, dude. Like, what the hell? Why not? I like Wall Street Bets of Solana. I'm a big fan of that. But if you guys haven't noticed yet, today I decided to swap out my PFP and hooked it up with, let me go up here, with this Bored Ape Solana Club. I've always wanted one of these. I thought they were dope. I thought this one looked pretty good. It was clean. It had the cool hoodie. It had the token in its mouth, everything. So I wanted to rock out with that one, and I'm happy I did. I like it. I think it looks cool. But it's locked up in the States for a year. I also bought another one just because it does run up like I'm hoping. We'll make some profits on that. But we got 12 people in here, so we're going to get the show on the road. Give me a second to pull up the first coin we'll take a look at. I did sell a lot of coins. I didn't want to take any losses on anything. Some of them were up, and some of them kind of broke even with just the profits there. So we'll take a look at that real quick. But like I said, give me a second to add. That's good. First off, we're going to go take a look at Harambe. And just because Harambe had a nice movement, and a lot of people were upset that they didn't catch that one. And I tried to tell you about this weeks ago when I got into the cat with hat because I thought that they had similar patterns on their chart. So we're going to take another look at this, and you guys can follow along if you want to. But I'll tell you why and show you why I liked it. But where are we at here? It's not where I want to be. Go back a little further. All right. So when I started looking at this, I saw this run up here. It was just this double right here, and then we had this sell off. So when I saw like this situation right around here and here is when I was like kind of talking about it, sharing it on stream, whatever the case was, because we had these 2 spikes right here, came back down. With this kind of catching it right here as far as resistance and support and all that goes, I was liking what I was seeing. So I figured, you know, if we had this right here, came down, made our cup, filled that gap all the way across there, basically at the same points where it found that support right there, bounced back up, broke through, kind of wrote itself down here, and it still is fucking around with the same support levels for the most part, right around this area, a bunch of tops here, all the way over here too. But it did come down. It came back down to close to a penny, 2 pennies or 2 cents, whatever it is. So I thought that would be a good point to get in. You got a W form right here. It broke out to the upside. It filled that, and it came back down. So this would be like a cup and handle situation to come back up for a new all-time high if you want to look at it. But I think this is a great entry point. If you look at right here where it exploded last time, it was about 2 cents. Pretty much the same area. We're seeing a lot of congestion in this area. So for me, it was a good idea to throw some money in on this one and sell out of other positions to take profits and just kind of cycle them. Because with that wallet, I'm not looking for like the 3 month. That's my other long-term wallet. This wallet right here is more or less just to start making money while we're trading, while we're looking at these. So right now I'm only down about 10% on it from the average, because I bought in just to kind of get some skin in the game. So it went down, so I threw some soul at it, and let me just see what I have in Harambe roughly. About a soul in there right now. So I'm going to chill on that, and let's see what happens. If we can recover that all-time high in the next couple days, weeks, whatever it is, be nice to see that. If there's another coin that pops up and I'm in some profit, I might cut that in half and put 0.5 into another one. But I sold out of, let's go take a look real quick. What did I have in here? Moo. I sold out of that one. I was down very, very lightly on that one, but I didn't want to lose anything. I'm not sure if that's going to recover or do anything crazy. We can take a look at all them. But what else did I have? I had something else. Oh, Popcat. I sold out of that one because I was up like 69% on that one, and then I was going to rotate it into another coin that I saw some people talking about. I didn't trust it. I didn't know much about it. It was just kind of like riding somebody else's momentum. So I just exited without taking any loss in there. I just second guessed myself. And typically, if you feel like that gut thing's kind of kicking up on you and you're like, I don't know if I want to get into this play, that's your gut telling you, like, get the fuck out of the play. You can sit on the sidelines and let that shit go and find another entry. Like, you don't have to chase everything. I cannot stress that enough for people. I see it happening so often, and I'm like, what are you doing? But hey, do your thing. It's your money. But don't chase, guys. Like, find your entries and pick your exit. So if 0.2 or 0.02, like 2 cents is your entry right here, decide, do I want to sell if it recovers this 0.4 or this 4 cents right here? Or do I want to ride this up to all-time high? Figure out how much time you have for your money before you get into these positions, before you set up your whole position, and maybe keep something on the side in case it goes the other direction, because you can't guarantee that you are going to be right. I can't guarantee I'm right. I can only go with what's been shown and what I believe in my gut. And so far it's not the worst. I mean, you don't win every time, but yeah, Harambe's looking good. And I mean, just to show you guys, I will show you my entries. Like, I'm not bullshitting you here. I don't think it really fucking matters, to be honest with you guys, but you'll see these little guys pop up real quick. Come on, don't make me look like an idiot here. See that? So I picked up here. These are really small amounts compared to what I picked up down here. It's like 3,000 over or something like that. But I like what I'm seeing right here. If it goes down, whatever, shit happens. But I'm loading it up at this point. This is where I like to see it, and I'd like to see this kind of recover and come back up. And I'll figure out where I'm taking profits at that point. And if there's any other coins or anything else exciting going on, then I would rotate at that point. But there we are with Harambe. And like I said, this is one of my only positions. I did take some, like I said, I took Slurf out of this wallet and sent it over to my long term, because I just got a feeling that one's going to do pretty well. I'm not looking for the day trading. If I want to get back into that and ride some of the momentum, I would do that in this wallet with some of the profits or the the Solana in here. I'm not trying to add to these wallets. It's like, you got to figure out how much you're willing to be playing with it. Right now I think it's about $500 in this wallet, give or take. So we'll see what happens. And our goal is to get that back to 1,000, and then we want to take that and keep running up, double, triple, quadruple, 100x, whatever the fuck we can do. But don't be scared to exit a position and move into other ones, but don't shake yourself out of your long terms. You'll regret that like a motherfucker. With that being said, guys, we are going to move on and take a look at the next couple coins here. We're going to take a look back at Kira. That's one of my favorite coins to take a look at. It's the ecosystem coin for cyber frogs. I mention that quite often because I think it's a good coin to be taking a look at, or at least keeping on your watch list. We did take a little bit of a dip down here, but I like where it took the dip. It found support right at this top, right where it broke out. Well, not right where it broke out, but right here, like this, it caught it right there. So let's see if we channel, if it comes down any further, whatever, I'll be buying into this. But anything, like I think I said before, anything under about 5 cents would be a nice target to buy. Other than that, I will let it ride up and down over here. I'm confident in this position. At some point it's going to, make higher highs. So we'll wait and see. I've got time with this one on my hands, so I just set it, and I entered in. I believe it was down around this area here. No. Let me not lie. Right here in this area. I saw some tweets. I liked what I saw, liked what I was hearing, and I entered into the position, and here we go. I didn't take any profits. I haven't sold anything off. To be completely clear with you guys, I'm going to ride this one up a little bit higher and see what we can take off the table. All right, but like market cap here, 2,002,448 holders of this one. not bad. 2.8 million. I mean, it's almost 3 million on this one. It did drop down a little bit. Like I said, nothing to be worried about, guys. These guys are goats or frogs or whatever. Frogs. That's no, I'm done. I'm not doing that again. But we'll see this thing. Hopefully we can see it take a turn back up. But like I said, if it does come back down, I'll be scooping the shit out of this. I know they're burning Kira. They're making it more scarce. Just telling you guys, like, keep your eyes on the prize. Don't get like too jaded on other things going on. But let's see what else we got on the list here. Maybe Whiff. I think Whiff made some movements, right? First off, let's stop over at Myro. That's on the list first. I gotta put these in a better order. All right, so we got Myro here. You know what? I'm grabbing coffee and a bong. You guys hold on for a second. Look, we're following the trend over here. This is nice to see. We're about to ignite that rocket and take off. This is dope. So you guys can enjoy the charting here. I'm a professional charter to be correct. But doesn't that look like it's going higher? Myro, baby. I love Myro. I think this thing goes to $1 at some point. Straight up. My first target, though, is going to be 69 cents. I'd like to see that. That'd be fun. All right, gang, let's take a look at Myra a little bit closer. It looks like it's getting some buys coming in recently. Bunch of 164. How much salt is that? 0.9, weirdos. You guys like my little baby bongo here? All right. Looks like we got to send this up a little higher. This might be a little bit too big for the screen. Might have to shrink it down. There we go. That looks a little better. So hopefully we keep following this trend up here, and the magnet pulls us up to the top, looking to break this all-time high in the low 40 range here, and then start working our way back up to 69 cents. I'd like to see it hit there. This is definitely going to be my target, but we'll see how it plays out. We've got 242 million on the market cap, 46,000 holders on this coin right now. Things are looking good for Myro. I'm definitely bullish on the dog. It's been a good dog so far. If you guys aren't scaling out on your profits, definitely make sure you find your points, but definitely find your exits. Just as important as finding your entries. Decide how long you're going to be on these plays and see what you got to work with going through there. But let's see. Let's take a look at the next one. We're going to go straight to Whiff. Whiff is doing great. People have been fading it left and right, and you know, I can't blame them. And you know, at some point, I got a feeling this might cross over on Pepe. And then, I mean, I guess people are saying, will Pepe eventually cross back over and cross Whiff? But we'll see what happens. I mean, look at this chart, guys. Like, nothing going on here. There's craziness up here. Like, everybody kind of laughed at it, even myself. But now I know, like, all right, look at this right here. It's on its way to crush $4. I want to see it at 420. And then we'll see where we're at. But yeah, dude, I mentioned this 50 some cents or 40 some cents or whatever. Just like these tops up here, I said, look, it's eventually going to break these all-time highs. Like, you can't really see it because of this. If I go here, you'll probably be able to see it. No, that one kind of messes it up too. But there was some points where it was scraping along the tops here. And I was calling it down here around February 1st or so, saying, hey, guys, look, it's hit here, and it hit there all the way back in the beginning. It's hit there again. Keep your eye on this thing. Once it breaks through there, it's going to be chasing that $4. And like I kind of said it jokingly, but I thought it was going to take more time. And we did it within, two months, almost, or a month and a half. It's almost back up to, well, not back. It's almost at $4, which is stupid crazy. But we'll see how it plays out the rest of the way. It's just a matter of time, guys, at this point. I mean, it's got nearly nothing to do to get there. Like, we'll see. When is more or less the question of like when's WIF going up to 420. But $3.12 right now, 3 billion market cap, 98,695 holders on here. WIF's the beast, guys. We've been talking about this way back here. And if you're just getting in, be careful, because you know there will be people taking profits at a certain point. But I am gonna, you know what? We're just gonna throw diamond hands up on this one because I started learning how to put pictures up, and I think it's fucking hilarious. Let's see what else we got. Where are we at? Oh, here we go. Boom. A little diamond hand thing up here for the 1s and 2s. Right there. No, I don't like it there. Let's go over here. So this will let you guys know if it comes down here, you must diamond hand, and you might as well. I guess we should throw a rope or what is it called? A rocket up on this one too, then, right? If you guys are doing your own TA, I highly suggest getting something like this where you can put images up. It makes a world of a difference on your charts. It really shows the professionalism and kind of get you the right crowd, if you know what I'm saying. But look, man, that's looking great. I like to see it. This is what we like to do here. If you're not having fun, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but we are going to move things over a bit and take a look at, I guess we skipped over Bonk, didn't we? Let's go look at Bonk real quick, see how the chart's looking there. I got 40 of you motherfuckers in here. Thanks for coming in, guys. Really do appreciate all the support. Boom, boom, boom. Where are we at? Bonk, 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 bonk. Okay. All right. Bonk's looking good. It's respecting that little bit of a trend, just like the other ones are kind of riding the same momentum here. You're seeing a lot of similarities with these charts because like got a lot of the same investors in these coins, guys. I mean, you might have a lot of people in these coins. This one has 677,854 with a market cap of 2,378,000,000. Nothing to snub at. That's pretty good numbers right there, honestly. I like seeing this recover right there, come back up to these points. If we channel across just like this, that's cool. If it comes down to this level and does the same thing, get ready to load yourselves up, because you can kind of expect that at some point this will probably repeat the pattern and continue moving upwards as we move ourselves along this bull market. But as you guys know, Bonk is definitely something you should be looking at, or at least putting on your watch list if it's not already in your portfolio. But what did I just click on? What are we at now? JLP. You guys know how I feel about JLP. You know me. This coin is one of my absolute favorites. Like, just boom, up at $2.52. I'm waiting for us to tap $2.80 at this point, just from seeing this little spike right there. We'll see when that happens. And this is hilarious to see this right there. Like, people probably say, well, it's never going back to 258. Well, we're at 252, holding pretty damn steady. That's the top right there, recovered right there. Like, the crazy thing is that's a recovery on a trend line. So that was an abnormal spike right there. You got to understand this. Like, this isn't giving anything back. It's always giving you some and then recovering on the trend. Gives you some, recovers on the trend. You only had a couple points where it ever came back down and you had a red candle or a red day. Absolutely impressive. You guys know the deal with this thing. It's got the best of the best in the liquidity pool. This is Jupiter Perpetual Liquidity Pool. It's filled with BTC, Ethereum, Solana, Tether, USDC. But you know the drill, 339 million in the market cap for 43,711 holders on this coin. You might as well add yourself to the next one. And I would say buy a dip, but like I said, this doesn't dip. This just continues to go up, and you can find a point and just hold, and that's going to be your best strategy with a coin like this. It's just amazing the way it's been performing. I can't say it enough. But we covered all them. Looks like we're at cat with hat. So we'll go ahead and take a look over here. Switch this up. Cat with hat. This is one of my favorite coins, man. I think it's a big sleeper. I think people are kind of just maybe not dismissing it, but maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people are thinking the same thing I am. It just hasn't popped up, hasn't got too hyped up. But we are at 349 million market cap, 934,272 holders on here. And people probably say, man, that's crazy to jump into a market cap 359. But yeah, if you're looking for like a 20x, 30x, and million X and all that, you're probably not going to hit it. But you got a lot of upside to recover here. There's a lot of people holding on to this that got their money in, and maybe they're all buying on these dips right here like we are. But shit, man, with this, all it takes is a little bit of fucking pressure and momentum in the market, and this thing can come right back up to this channel. And if it does break that, it's going to have very little resistance to get to these all-time highs. This is going to be one of those coins where people are like, well, I missed out on the dog, I want to get on the cat. You don't have a lot of other movement here. This is the only thing you've seen happen with this chart right here. So this is technically the first leg up. And we can kind of see what happens with Bonk. We can see what happens with these other coins that make very similar patterns when you get another wave of investors and another wave of the market kind of just getting really bullish. So keep your eye on this kind of stuff. Like I just saw up here, P-Whiff. That's another one. I have no idea what the fuck it is, but I guess we're going to go take a look at it. P-Whiff. Like, see what's this P-Whiff? Playboy whiff hat. Probably a rug. Yeah, look, see that? So stay away from everything whiffs. Like that's the point of that. Find the ones you like that have good charts. I mean, you didn't see this happen with a lot of them. People say, well, maybe you zoom out. No, we're not going to do that. Just look for the ones that work. Don't be chasing this shit, dude. Like, for the love of Christ. You know, just watch this bar right here. If it dips underneath here, you got an opportunity and a half. I think that we keep bouncing on this until we're ready to make that leg up. I'm looking to close this gap right here. I know that it is going to be an insanely high market cap to do some of these things, but we've seen crazier shit happen. So let's just keep on rolling with the crazy train because it has not served us wrong yet. Just for fun, Solana sent it to 200. Just to be clear with you guys, while I was sleeping, I got a nice liquidation and lost about $200. So I did make some moves to reclaim some of my losses today. You don't always win in this fucking market, and that's just the name of the game. Got to be clear with you guys there. Like, you know, it sucks, but I knew what I was getting into by taking that risk. I was kind of thinking we had more of a bullish thing, and it only went under by a little bit. Guys, founder without abs is hurting, but it's not dead. I just wanted to bring it up here. I'm not going to talk too much about it. You get the hint. You see what's going on here. I'm still holding on to this down heavily. Will I add to this at some point? Yes. We'll see what happens in the next couple hours, days, see how this kind of moves, if it recovers, whatever the case is. But this is founder without abs, 27,000, super small market cap, 1,459 holders, being loyal to the game. Only a few people have dipped out, but it's up to them. It's not their fault, and I don't blame them. It's up to you to do what you want to do. You can call them cheats. You can talk shit on them. You can say whatever you want to, but that's not how I operate. You're welcome to whatever you want to, and especially if the money's going to make your situation better, fucking take it. Like that's I don't care. Even if it was my coin, I wouldn't make a coin because I don't want to live with that stress and that you know, whatever it takes to do that. I just want to invest in other people's coins, take profits along the way, just like everybody else. But Popcat. I caught this down here somewhere for the second round, and I ran it all the way up here. Let me actually show you this one. I do have this one mapped out pretty well, but let's see. And I'll show you why I got out. Hopefully this loads up pretty quickly. All right, cool. So when this is coming down here, all right, let me be straight. I heard about this a lot over here. I didn't have the liquid to get into it. So when we had a little bit of a sell-off, it came down here and it found a little bit of support, just like we always talk about. I looked back here, I found this, and I was like, I like what I see. Let's see how this plays out a little bit. I missed my entry there. So when I saw it kind of running up here on this trend, I was like, maybe it'll continue on that. And of course it went down, but I didn't go heavy here. And if you look closely, I only bought like, I don't know. It was at 21 cents and I only bought 42 Popcats, whatever that price was. Not a lot here. This one, it was at 17 cents, took a little bit of a dip, and I put in a little bit more, 498, like $500 or 500 pop. Yeah, I don't. What's the price of that? 5 times 17. I don't know. Not doing that. Like 50 some dollars, I guess. Whatever the case is, but maybe. I don't know. I'm not fucking doing the math. But anyway, I started just scaling out, selling it up here, and took the profits and moved on. Timed it out pretty good. Only missed out a little bit of the top there. Will this continue to go higher? Maybe. But this is what I saw here. This filled this gap for the most part, and this might be your leg down. Maybe it shoots back up and breaks all-time high. That would be great for anybody still holding on to this, but I'm done with it. I did what I wanted to. I bought in. I sold up high. Didn't make a ton of crazy profit with it. I probably took this and moved it into somewhere else. I'm not sure how much sold there. Only 50 some, so probably very small amounts. Scaling out, but then sold off most of it and woke up and sold off the rest of it today because I was like, I don't want to lose any more of the profit. I'm taking this home. And then we rolled that into Harambe. And like I showed you guys why I was kind of bullish on looking at Harambe. I'm not saying the Popcat doesn't have more, cannot explode from here, cannot, do crazy work. But it is at 283 million market cap, 31,393 holders on here. Does look pretty good. I mean, it's not a bad chart. It just isn't somewhere up here that I'd want to enter. So I'm happy with what I had. You got to stack your W's and stack them fucking often. Like if people tell you hold, that's fine. But there's no guarantee that they're going to be right. You can be completely fucking wrong, completely fucking right. Just go with what works for you. If stacking up W's makes your money go up, you should do that as often as you can. If holding long term and is coming back and finding a good time to exit works for you, you should do that often and again. Like nobody's wrong here. Every strategy is going to be different. Do what works for you. What works for me is collecting money, taking it off the table. When I got into the space, one of my favorite people to learn and watch how they were trading was Easy. He was basically saying, take as much profits as you can. You'd be silly not to. And when we went to a bear market and Solana was sliding down, he was talking about how he was selling and cashing things out. And him and his buddy were going on a trip, flying or something like that. They're headed to the airport, posted a video while everybody else is basically at home, upset about their losses. And I was like, I'm never going to be in this position where like I'm watching somebody else do that. So I kind of took that in consideration. And yeah, you got to take some profits in the game. You got to know when to hold them. But, good luck with it. Not financial advice. If you can't take the L's, you can't take the W's. You got to ride all of this stuff. You got to roll with the punches in this game. That's for damn sure. But let's take a look and see what else I got over here. Book of Meme. Let's take a look and see what they're doing. They're not doing super great, but they're not like dead. Definitely have a lot of opportunity with this one. Book of Meme. All right. So we had a run up, came back down here, and again, once we see this, we kind of look to see this going to chop. We're getting higher highs right here. Right here, it did come back down and retest this little line right across here, which is kind of interesting to take a look at. You see, oh, didn't mean to move that. That's our guy. We're trying to tell this chart how to chart. Dude, I don't know where it was. It's somewhere like that. Yeah, it looks about right. No. Does this line up? I mean, I did this just jokingly, but no. It's like a puzzle piece. You just got to figure out where it works. And then you're always right. I don't know. It was somewhere over here. But my thoughts and my theory and the idea here is that this coin does a little bit of this kind of little similar action, comes up, chops across, might make something going on over. What is this? Let me get rid of that. I think that was the sloop that I was doing before. So we'll see how this goes, but the next thing I would like to see is this kind of repeat this pattern. It kind of seems like it wants to do that. This does have pretty high market cap, so we'll watch this one closely. 878 million on this one, 72,490 holders on this coin. I think those are great numbers. I think Book of Meme is a solid meme coin. It's at 1 penny right now. We can see this thing at an all-time high of 3 cents, damn near close to it. So we're going to be looking for this to get the double up, triple up, whatever you want to do. But I'll be holding on to this one for a bit. I'm honestly looking for this to make some stable movements, and then I'm probably going to turn this over into the long-term hold for a few months to kind of see how this one cooks. Not all of them are going to cook and be bangers, but all you need is a few of them to make a couple 1,000% from here, and you're going to be sitting pretty. So diversity is crucial with this. Like, I'm not trying to be somebody's financial advisor. I'm just telling you what I've learned along the way, people that have helped me and shown me ways to take profits and make money. And diversity was extremely important with meme coins because not all of them are going to perform the exact same way. A lot of them will ride similar trends, but you got to be careful. I'm not really hunting towards Bitcoin and accumulating Ethereum. Solana, I do like the idea of holding on to that. I think we have maybe a 2 or 3x at the very least. At the very least, realistically, for that coin, when retail, I don't know, man, like it's hard to tell, but I think we still have time for it to run up. So I'm not too worried about that. I did buy a lot more when it was like under 20 bucks. I'm not gonna lie and be like, all right, hit it at 18. No, I did not get it at $8, but it was closer to like 14, 15, 16 bucks where I was buying hundreds of Solana at that point because I had some bread to do it with, and it paid off. It made things work for me, and I'm glad I did what I did then. But we get to, kind of reap those rewards, but you still got to keep working. You got to keep this stuff, circulating. You got to put it into the moves that are going to work. But again, like, don't be scared to take profits off the table if it's going to better your life or your situation or whatever the hell you got going on. But last but not least, we're going to take a look. Oh, not here. Slurf money. I love Slurf. I think it's a great coin, and I think it's hilarious. And so many people were hating on this, and then like all the PFPs are starting to pop up, and people starting to support the the damn coin, and I see a lot of Ethereum guys coming over to it, and it's good to see that because, like, all along, a lot of people didn't fade Ethereum. We just said, like, there's no reason to argue about it, and it's faster, so like you can't argue that. And yeah, maybe it's had some down days or whatever, but I take a down day and sit on my hands rather than having to pay a shit ton of money to get my money. That's just me. I mean, you're not wrong to think that that's stupid or think otherwise, but it seems like it's more of an argument, like, for them to be like, well, everything's going to be coming back to Ethereum. I'm like, I don't think so. I think that you're going to see an expansion of the crypto. And I think more people are going to come to Solana because, like, when I talk to people on everyday street, I'm like, hey, would you rather pay money or just get your shit at a very fractional cost under a penny? They're like, well, obviously. And the security, all of that is getting better and better and better. There's a lot of token standards coming out. There's the token extensions. There's a lot going on with the tech side of Solana, which I know everybody cares about so much, but I don't see it as often. I'm a nerd when it comes to it, so I look that shit up all the time and like read into it because you learn so much about it, and then you start to see, like, why is Jupiter going to perform so well? Why are these things going to work? Why is everybody coming out with the hybrid thing? You're going to see a lot of people try to do this hybrid thing, and some people are going to fail at it, and some people are going to knock it out of the park, but you're going to see that becoming the next meta, in my opinion. Everybody's going to be like, well, we're going hybrid. You're going to see jumps in prices. I think that's going to start that acceleration of the prices. So get yourself prepared. Look at who's really building and understands the tech, and double down on your convictions for the people that have been building in the bear up to now and going towards this next leg up. If you just keep chasing the shiny things, like, look at every mint in the last 3 or 4 months. They're down more than 70% on almost every single one of them. Even the ones that were like, yeah, NFT NYC, we're going to do all this crazy shit. Like, yeah, I'm sure you are, but like, you've lost a lot of people money at the same time. And I know it's their fault, but it's like, man, you guys really were pumping this thing up like you had this next best mint and it was the next sought after thing. But in reality, man, like, your best bet was sticking with what you had. Like, that's the honest truth, is most of your plays were probably better off sticking with them. Like, as often as I looked at cyber frogs and didn't get into it, I wish I would have done it sooner, but I'm glad I did when I did, because I honestly think that they got what it takes. Like, they are what is the epitome of art, community, and finance and making money. Like, all of that kind of comes into play in one NFT project, and they're not like, you can't support anything else. They fucking partnered with so many people, giving them the same opportunity. They didn't token gate one of the best assets that people see that they have, and I don't think that is their best asset. I think it's how much is offered by a project like that. I'm excited to see what happens. I know there's going to be announcements galore, at NFT NYC, but I know that Andy has something special prepared. So I am definitely looking to make a trip up there for the day and see what's going on, trying to figure out what day that he's going to be speaking. But either way, NFT NYC, I don't want to fade it at all. I definitely want to go up. I don't want to spend a lot of money. I don't want to spend the night up there. Be fucking straight up. I want to go home and let's go look at Opus real quick and Slurf. I forgot all about that because I'm talking about all this crazy shit. All right, Slurf. This looks pretty good right here. We came up, almost filled all the way to the top in this gap right here, and let me move this out of the way. Kind of distracting. we kind of had this come up here, sold off, came all the way back down to 76 cents. People probably saying it's done, it's dead, whatever. Great, awesome. Let other people find entries into there that want to be part of it, because that's great. Because I saw a lot of people talking shit about it here and here and here, but now the PFPs are, you know, active right about here. It's funny how that works out. You know what I mean? You know, whatever it is, you guys could just say like, "Yo, I think this is gonna work," and just kind of like be okay with that. Like, we don't care. Either way, this is a nice little half pipe setting up here, coming back down, and hopefully we see some rockets in the chat, you know what I mean, coming back up here. But either way, like I said, this is a long-term hold for me. As far as the long term, I mean, in this crypto market, it's going to be a longer hold rather than just looking, hey, how are we looking today? Are we going to be holding on to this? I like everything that's developed in like this short fucking 10 days or so. Like, this is insane that much. We're at 3,970,000 market cap. That's pretty damn good. That's up probably, what was it? I think it was closer to like low threes, right? I forget. Who cares? 70,129 holders on this one. Slurp, I think, is going to melt faces off. I think it is just the very fucking beginning, and I think to seeing so many people FUD it and then come back full circle is an absolute, you know, testimony of what's possible with this damn coin. Also going to take a look at Opus real quick. I shout out to them. I was going to ask them to actually be a sponsor. They're pretty straight up. They're like, hey, we're a little bit smaller. We're not, you know, ready to do some of that stuff. So, you know, I said that's absolutely fine. I'm still going to shout them out. I'm still going to support them. I like this coin. I like to see this thing continue to grow. It is at 900,000 market cap. So it is just under a milli. They have 9,690 holders and 969. We need 6 more holders to make it 9696. You guys should do that. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. I like the coin, man. It's at, I was calling it around 81 cents. We're at 90, or no, it's at $1.16. We were up in the $1.30 some, $1.20 some range not too long ago, but I was talking about it right about here. And we came down, dipped back underneath that, came back up. So it's good to see that it's recovered on that note. We see a very slow trend towards the upside here. Going to continue to keep our eyes on Only Possible and Solana, and see what kind of things we can do and work together potentially. I like these kinds of projects that are kind of encapsulating the Solana native kind of lore about it, and you know, it's just home base for me. So I've been liking this coin for months. I'm still going to talk about it, still going to hold on to it. Right now, we'll see what happens with it. I do have some of my long-term bag for this. I want to see this get back to the $5-6 range. That'd be pretty cool to see. Will it? Have no idea. But anything above here, the fuck? Yo, Ruka is literally watching TV pressing buttons. She's dreaming. I swear to God. Baby. She has her hand on the remote, pressing buttons. Sleeping. This is so funny. That's hilarious. Anyway, but that's Opus, guys. We're at $1.17. We'll see what happens with this. We went over the numbers. Things are looking good. I think we covered everything. Able and Mumu. All right, so Mumu, I did sell out of this one. We'll take a look at that, kind of discuss that real quick. Damn, if you got any of these things, man, you're cooking. Me, not that lucky. All right, so look, this is what happened. We're following this trend. I love to see it. Broke the trend, came back down underneath there. I sold at some point. Not exactly sure when I did so. I'm not sure where that's at. But either way, I did sell in the profits because I didn't want to continue to ride. Like I said, when I was describing this, I picked it up somewhere around here, took profits throughout here, just let it run up there, bought back again, and then finally sold off all the way. But this is one of those things that continuously was running up until it broke the trend. I was happy. Now it broke the trend. We'll see what happens. Does it establish itself, go sideways? Does it dip back down to this area because this looks kind of beefy? We'll see what happens with Mumu. I think Mumu has a lot of potential. I don't think it's anywhere near dead. You know, buying right here now, if you got time, I think this is one that has potential to continue to cook. 38 million market cap, 44,936 people holding on to this coin, or wallets rather, maybe not people. Keep your eye on Mumu, guys. I don't think it's a dead one. That's why I'm going to keep it on the list here. And let's take our last look at Apple. I like what they're doing with the PFPs, man. I'm pretty into that. The Apple Provision. This is kind of making me get a little FOMO because I like that whole narrative, and I think people will pick up on that, especially in the bull market. Seeing this come down, and I think I did talk to people about this one. If we were to come down in this area, I do like that as an entry. So this is on my list of like re-entries potentially, because if we can see any of these highs, that's a nice double up. That's nothing crazy. You know, you don't have to say like it's amazing, but that's a W to stack right there. So anywhere in this little area is looking pretty interesting for me to find an entry. You know, that would be just about at 2 cents. We can break below 2 cents and going in. But between 2 cents, 2.5 cents, that'll be kind of the range I'd like to, you know, start putting something in here. And I probably wouldn't go over $100. And if I decide to go over 100, I would probably cap out at one sold period. That's where I like to stay with my more active trades. My holds, I'll put thousands in there. I don't really care because it's just basically how much conviction do I have in them. And when I'm entering a long-term position, like let's say this is something that I just decide I'm going to put this in there, put a couple SOL in here and throw it into that ledger wallet. I'm also going to put some in here so I can do that active trade. So if it makes a 20-30% run up, I can just cut that and make that profit right there, probably a smaller amount, but I'm making profit on the way up as well. So now this other one, and if you have something you can leverage this token on an exchange, that's a way to play that. So you have your long-term hold over here that's just cooking, doing its thing, and it might give back some of the profits, but hopefully it catches it at least 50-60% down. That's most times when we have a rocket, that's kind of how they retrace. You can see it like examples right here. These run all the way up here, it has to come down at least half here. It comes all the way up here, it came down half, but it sold all the way back off to this point of support right there. So we're going to keep watching this right there. But if you're entering right here, it wouldn't be a bad idea to throw a little bit on the side over here, because if you do get a rocket up there, you can just like pink cut that right there. You're in the profit right now. You got a free play in your hands. You can actually even sell this and throw it back over, you know, into the other coin if it takes a dip. Just sit there and wait, or keep it in your trading wallet and try and double up, triple up, and quadruple that. Keep stacking W's, bro. That is literally the name of the game right now. It's like, as often as you can get wins, do that. If you have plays set up where you don't want to do the day trading, you know, keep some cash on the side with that so you can average into your plays on the other end. And, you know, you'll probably be doing pretty better. Chasing everything, you'll be upset. But sometimes you got to shoot your shot. You got to take shots in this market. You know, you never know when that wild ass shot that you're going to take is going to fucking send it to Valhalla. I mean, I don't suggest always getting into crazy ass coins and pre-sales and stuff like that, but jumping into them, it might be worth it. So like I said, I'll end with this one because I do want to put this back on your radar. Let me close this up here. So 10 mil sent to this one. I mean, we can go look at this, I believe. Let me see if I can see how much is in here now. All right, it's doubled. Holy shit. All right. 26 million market cap. Right? Is that what that means? Is that what it would be? I don't fucking really know, but let's hide that. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. All right, guys. I don't know. You keep your eye on this one. Do what you got to do with it. But you got to risk it for the biscuit, as they say. And we'll see what happens here. It's pretty crazy. Let's see how much people are sending over here. Damn. Higher. I'm in for 20 SOL. So do what you guys got to do with that. 20 SOL, these guys. Fucking, these people are fucking nuts. So this was only an hour ago. We're at 20 or 10.7 mil update. nuts. And it's probably going to go higher. So, all right, guys, that's the stream. I want to thank you for being part of it. This is Solana Made Simple, and that is Solana Meme Stream, guys. Covered all of our favorite trending and top coins on Solana. If you guys ever got suggestions of coins, hit me up with a DM, put them in the chat. Be more than happy to take a look at them, let you know what I think, and kind of see where they're going. But I am going to shut this thing down and hop on the timeline. Got some content, some art to create, and probably going to catch a workout. So, guys, have a good one. Stay safe, and take profits, man, and keep your eye on this coin. See what happens. This could be something fun. Who knows?